All right. Looks like we're all squared away. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We apologize for the short delay. We've had some players, unfortunately, have issues getting to the game. Jeremy, we previously knew wasn't going to be here to play our Robo-Vurt fella. But unfortunately, Eddie can't make it either. I hope he's watching us or something, maybe on Twitch. Well, I doubt it if his internet's making troubles. But poor guy, man. Anyways, so yeah, he wasn't able to make it. So we're going to play. The party voted, and we want to keep playing anyways. So, because in the end, while this is a stream, it's still a game we all want to play. So, everyone wants to play. So, and I try to always make sure it's about the game, not the stream. So, all right, so today we're going to be picking up right where we left off. I'll do a recap mostly for the players. I'm sorry, mostly for the viewers very quickly. The last game, it began with Paige being set free, in a manner of speaking, from jail. Either that or just getting killed, however you want to see it. And but getting resurrected and now being free with a new body, I guess, if you will, a new identity or lack of identity. And but all was to cut a deal with someone that she looks like a shadow goth, named Victoria. You really don't know what she is. If she's something, something powerful. That's something. I mean, if she can raise you from the dead, and then uh, oh, thank you, T Story, appreciate it. And so after she got out and escaped, her and her friend, friend, former ally, Reese, managed to find DJ Weaver and the other PCs and explained to them mid-mission. Reese was offered 10,000 credits, or quids, sorry. I'm used to playing Shadowrun. This game feels so Shadowrun to me. There's a lot of overlap. I know it's not. It's like Cthulhu and Alice in Wonderland meets Shadowrun, but there's enough overlap that sometimes I screw it up. So, anyways, to get paid 10,000 quid to help out with this job. That was Reese's incentive to get involved because she needed two people to do the mission. And so, but the mission is unique in that the players, the PCs, have to go into a black feather that only opens up about every 20 years and retrieve someone that got stuck in there years ago. And retrieving someone from a feather is often comes with an ultimate price. I'll let them figure out how they want to go about handling that and paying that price. But so yeah, the players are now tasked with, now they've got the feather, which was towards the end of our session from an old abandoned rail station, which was overrun with, I say overrun, it currently inhabited by a robo gang of various mixed levels. And they got out, and it was a slippery situation. Terrible dad pun there. But they got out. They got the feather. They actually got a couple of other feathers while they were doing it. And so we're going to begin the game with just the three of you and Reese. Okay, because it's easier that way. We'll say that DJ Weaver or even one had something to do, or maybe they're helping. Maybe Parker with something, or something like that, or maybe they got in their own trouble when they were or sorry about that, but yeah, I gotta turn off. I thought I turned off the Autobot. I know there's a chat bot that timed you out. Well, I'll fix it, buddy. It was all the caps, man. It was all the caps. There you go. You're back. Sorry, buddy. So yeah. Oh, wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe they had something going on with Parker or something. Something to, slip them, pull them away somehow. It could be something to do with their vert nature or something. Maybe something like that. Even though Sean has vert nature too, it doesn't seem to come out as much. In the way he acts, or like he doesn't have any like unstable vert condition. Like even. It's just, oh, poor thing, my kid is not very happy right now. So, all right, so we're gonna skip Jeremy and DJ Weaver, who usually go first, and straight to Paige, Yeah. So Robin, tell us who you're playing.
I am playing Paige, the dogman math magician who has done time. And I just got out of prison.
Yep. Yep. Very cool. I just realized I got the overlay fucked up. It says math magician dog woman. I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't catch that
Oh,
last game. Damn it! Screwed up 2 games in a row. All right, Sean, what are you bringing to us?
I am bringing Maxwell Martin, also known as Hack, and incidentally, he is the group's hacker. He is a man Vurt who hyper processes, but his type is Explorer. Basically, he just handles all tech stuff, computers, electronics, hacking. Is pretty much his forte.
Right. Very cool. Jeff, what do you got?
I am playing the German Shepherd who still has no name.
Yes, he does. It's Stray. Fucking dog. That's what it's called.
Yeah. No, he's the warrior in the group. The dog that makes it his problem.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So, and if some of you are expecting some awesome Manchester Manc accent, I apologize. I've long since given up for the most part. I occasionally do an actual British accent, but I'm not going to do it very well, so it's not going to give anything to the game. And my players aren't doing like Manc accents, so just assume that I'm not speaking like an Alabamian, and I'm speaking like a Manc. So, all right. So just use your imagination. It's a role-playing game, so do that. All right. All right. So when we pick up, what kind of place are we at? Are we at like Parker's? Are we at Sean's? Are we like, where are we sitting at? Because I mean, we can't go to Paige doesn't have a house because she just got out of jail.
Right.
And you don't want to go to Reese's because there's probably still got like crime scene tape all around it.
I don't think there's enough room in my doghouse.
Yeah. And you're currently mooching off of Sean. So
what am I supposed to do?
Hey, I think if dogs have equal rights, they should split the paychecks.
We don't have equal rights. We're still treated like dogs.
That's true. That's true. That's a gray area. That's a gray area. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. They're not going to be viewed as intelligent because they only understand 3 word commands.
Yeah, there's a certain level of like, at what point will they, believe they're the same intelligence, right? So, yeah. From what I understand, though, like guard dogs and stuff are actually paid. I don't know how that works, but I don't know. As a cop, you were probably paid.
That's kind of weird.
I don't know.
Will they pay me in dog biscuits?
Oh, give them money. Give them money. Or maybe like an account.
I think Parker's. Parker sounds.
Parker's? Okay, we'll say you guys maybe like on the second floor or something, there's a room that's kind of out of the way and no one kind of, uses a whole lot. Maybe it was for kids or something that left and aren't there no more and it's just kind of not used.
Yeah.
1 second. Unfortunately, my wife needs me. Hold on. AFK a sec.
Okay. Ugh.
The DM is gone. GM, rather. We should plot his demise.
I know.
Kidding.
I was like, ugh, we can't look through his notes.
Darn. Oh my gosh. Whenever you're playing at the table and the GM has to leave, did you ever do that? Like peek over, what's got going over there?
I don't know. Like Shane,
like laid out.
I don't remember him having a bunch of like notes.
Oh. Did he ever like keep like miniatures behind the GM screen and so you could at least there's a red dragon,
Well, because I know Jeff, the one game that Shane was talking about earlier, Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, there was no. I mean, it was WAD. There was no
I don't think he kept. Did you keep notes when the pen and paper games?
Me?
Yeah.
Keep notes on it?
Because they were just talking about the GM's gone. We can sneak over and look at his.
Oh, yeah.
I don't recall you ever doing that.
Does that ever happen?
No, I don't think so.
No.
All the time. You can't leave the table ever.
Yeah.
if you're playing in person.
Oh, my players think that. But they would know that I never fucking keep any notes when I do in person.
That's what they were saying.
I don't ever look, because I'll often be like, guys, y'all remember this guy's name? But now since I've been using Fantasy Grounds more, I write that shit down, as Sean knows, because I'll have like a little thing that I'll pull up and be like, what was this guy's name? And I keep a master list of all the NPCs. But when I played like physically at the table, nope, never kept any notes. Nope. Nope. I might have like a monster tab marked, but that was it. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
But I write stuff down. I just don't keep notes in a session. Does that make sense? Like you don't see me scribbling during the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Other than marking hit points and stuff. But yeah. Well, like the last time I ran D&D for you, Sean,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even come up with the hit points and attack bonuses and stuff with the bad guys. I just made it up off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Probably bad DMing, but it was short notice, so.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Especially first level.
That's not bad. That's actually good.
Yeah.
If you can make stuff up on the fly.
But then Sean just almost died in the first fight. It's like, maybe I gave this guy too many hit points?
Yeah, maybe I should have planned this.
Yeah. No, you just own it. You just own it. Just, if you're going to kill him, just go ahead and fucking kill them, you know?
Yeah, randomly rolled like
Nice.
dragon. Yeah, first level.
All right, cool. All right, sorry. Back to Parker. So you guys are all in a room, and it's kind of like a. It was really just like a bedroom before, right? We'll say it's like a bedroom for like a teenager, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it had like a thrift store couch in it, and like a small twin bed, and so you guys are all sitting there together just discussing what to do next. So you have the black feather in your hand, and we can go over what you had information-wise about the feather. Now, you learned that Reese went into the feather because he had 2 copies back, I think it was 3 years ago. He went into the feather, and all he met was a thorny wall that barred entrance. And an individual there, which even kind of knew what the creature was, but it was a Gorset. It was a type of creature that often wanders around the places of Vurt. And it told him that it only opens every 20 years. And then that black feather just creamed, right? Because it just went away. And the other thing you learned was, obviously, is that it opened every 20 years. This is around the time when it's supposed to be open. That's the reason why Victoria needed it to happen. Okay. And your characters know, and your players know both now, that to get this guy out, you're going to have to either leave someone else there in the dream, or leave something as valuable as a life. Which is funny, because the one person who would have known what's as valuable as a life in the Vurt is gone. So, he's not here today. So, I guess you're left with leaving some poor soul there. But, yeah. But also, too, like, you guys had your eyes on a couple of people, you know, that you could leave there. Like I think Paige really wants to leave Reese there, because he's a total wad. And then...
Maybe.
But, like, the rest of you are, like, there's also, like, this purist asshole that you have, like, I guess that's why y'all, is that why y'all captured him, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you captured him for that purpose. But also, too, you know that the guy got left there in exchange for the unicorn horn. Okay. But, so if you want to get Horn and get Alton Page out, you'd have to leave both these efforts there.
I'm cool with that. That's cool.
Yeah. Gotta do what we gotta do.
That's funny. That's funny.
Right. That's right.
So, but then you have like a horn that has the power to revive and stuff, you know.
Hmm.
All right, let's see.
If it's even in there, we don't even know, right?
Yeah. If there's another unicorn there, right? I mean, one that already had its horn removed.
So can we make multiple trips into the same feather? How does that work?
Once you leave a feather, once you complete a feather, and in this feather particularly, it's really just about. In this feather, it closes after a certain amount of time. But like if you leave a feather, it becomes cream, right? So it's no longer useful. They're kind of like shareware back in the like the 90s or something. Like they're one-off demo discs.
AOL Online.
Yeah, and you heard that the rumors is that Celia Hobart herself might have put the unicorns here. Celia Hobart is like the mother of all Vurt knowledge. She's like the Albert Einstein of like theory of relativity, like quantum mechanics. Trying to think. If there's anything else you need to know. The name of the feather. Well, the feather is described to be like Eden, like gorgeous and lush, and I mean it's literally in the name Eden, and that's what's in that magazine article, the GameCat magazine article. But you don't know if that's what it looks like now. So
they called it the Last Eden or Lost Eden.
Just Eden. Just Eden.
Okay.
Yep. Nice. Erg. Nice. Yeah, Eden Lost is what I called the dream, but it's
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yes. All right. So, is there anything else y'all want to gather information-wise or do before you? I'm assuming. Do you have Reese and this purist here? Because they'll have to take the feather as well if you're going to bring them with you.
We all share the same, like just one feather, right?
Yeah. What'll happen is someone will insert it into all of your mouths and then take it last.
Okay.
And you only have to leave it in someone's mouth like long enough for it like reach in there and like send your brain to the Vurt, basically. And then they can just slot it out.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. It was me and was it Max that I passed the other feather off to? Just trying to figure out who's actually in possession of the feather.
You had you took
I have one, but
some.
I passed the other one on.
I don't think you had the time to figure out which one you passed on because it was like a hurried moment and you didn't identify them. So why don't we roll 50-50? But it didn't matter because I'm sure Jeremy would give it to you, or else we're playing here for no fucking reason. So, So we'll assume that Jeremy gave it to you before he had to take care of whatever business he got. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Or we can just all go home, guys. We'll all go home because this is what Shane's got prepared.
Okay.
Okay. Go.
I assume Reese is coming with us because he wants the money. That's like his.
Yeah, and he doesn't currently know that he's being planned as get sacrificed.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm ready. I'm like holding the feather, and I'm like, let's do this.
Yes.
I'm gonna be the last one to go in or whatever.
Yeah. So this feather is, I mean, all the feathers are like about this long.
Okay.
And they all have different designs on them. Like they're technological devices. They seem like they're not magical devices. Feathers are not magical. They're technological. Okay. They allow us to interact with the Vurt world, but they are technological. But it feels like a regular feather. However, if you like ruffle it, it'll go back to the shape it previously had. Each feather has a design and shape. It has a different color scheme. That way that, like, if Sean, for example, wanted to go into Jurassic Black, and he'd already been into Jurassic Black before, if he saw a black feather, he could probably recognize it as Jurassic Black, because he'd never been into it. Because he'd recognize the plumage, the coloration, that kind of stuff. So, it has a unique look compared to the other black feather that you have and you possessed. But none of you have ever used this feather before, so you don't know what that, chunky memory ever see this one again, you could know what it looked like. But yeah, she's holding this feather out in her hand, saying, "Let's do this."
Let's do this. go. Who wants to go first?
I'll do it. Just 'cause-
Okay.
So
I stick the feather in his mouth.
All right. What's funny is that's like an iconic line from the book. I stick the feather in his mouth, in her mouth. You know.
I have a question.
Only thing is, Jeff can't go last.
Sorry.
Jeff can't go last. Because
Right.
I mean, it's like,
I ask
how does he use a hand to? So he has to be.
in dog speech.
Okay.
So if we're taking these guys with us, are they going? They're going to be. If we go through here, are they going to be unbound when they end up there? Because I'm assuming we have them like.
Yeah.
Well, actually, your buddy, we've probably talked him into going in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talked into. But the purist, you may have to jump. Yeah, when you get there. By the way, this is a good time to talk about the ciphers and stuff. Okay, so if you have. Basically, the way ciphers work is that essentially think of it like your mind. You know how, like in a dream, like if you're in a dream and you own a gun and like a situation happens and you feel like you need to use a gun in the dream, like a nightmare or something, you imagine having your gun, like your actual gun that you know. It's kind of the same way with ciphers, right? You know these items that you possess, and so you can carry a certain amount of them into a dream. Okay, because you have a conscious or subconscious connection to these items that you possess. Same is true with like your weapons and stuff, right? You might look different in some dreams depending on how it's programmed, or you might just look like yourself. When you get in this dream, though, you might just look like yourselves, and you'll have your normal belongings just because you have a conscious connection to those things. So yeah, you can. But remember, your ciphers on your sheet. Just pick the ones you want to bring.
The purist needs to go in like right before you do, then I guess.
Yeah. Well, it might not hurt to have one person there before the purist goes in.
We'll be ready to jump in when he gets in, or I at least need to be there before you send him in.
Yeah. So Max went first. I figured we could do Max and then Reese because we trust Reese for now.
Yeah.
And then I'll send you. I'm gonna go last.
Right.
Like my character is like stingy, and I'm thinking I'm going last to make sure all of you guys go. Right. I'm that guy. So if you want to go after Reese, then you'll be there.
That's fine.
Like when the dude we have bound up is there.
Right.
But if you feel like we should do it a different way, I'm all ears.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That should be fine. Yeah.
All right. So Sean, I'd put the feather in Sean's mouth. I mean,
all
Max's mouth.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, it's a good time to. Why don't we describe like your characters physically right now, Max? What kind of like I'm sure you're sitting down in a comfortable chair because you're going to be doing this, but like what kind of actually we'll describe once you get in the feather actually. So you go into you insert the feather and then you kind of just slip your consciousness slips away and there's a moment where you feel almost like an out of body experience and everything just kind of like softens around you and everything goes black, but then you feel the rustle of leaves, and you realize it's almost like fall, and you've woken up like laying in almost like a bed of leaves, and you open your eyes and you look up, and Reese and you went in first, so you go in first, and you see just like this clear. Well, you're underneath some trees at the top of a slight hill, and then you start looking around you, and you see other people, kind of just like. They were there and then they weren't. It's hard to explain. But you're seeing your allies and stuff kind of appear. And you're looking around, and I'm describing it to Sean since he'll be kind of be there, but y'all will all be seeing this same experience. I don't have to explain it like 3 times. But you see what looks like a dreary sky. And the only thing like interesting or of value that you see or note is at the end of this hill. When the ground starts to flatten out, you see a stone wall, and instead of a gate, it has a thorny passageway that appears to have curled and opened up when you arrive, and you only see darkness inside. And you see a cloaked figure sitting on a stump not far from this thorny gate. Just kind of chilling there. Just chilling out. He looks atrociously bored, if that makes any sense. And so all of you now appear, but let's say it was Hack first, then Reese. So Reese comes out, and Reese is like, he says something like, yeah, this looks familiar. Yeah, I remember him. He's still here. Jeez. Oh. Yeah, that's the guy who told me that this place wasn't going to be open for 20 years. And then about that time, the purist comes in, and then Jeff. Jeff, you wake up, like, lay on your side like a dog does, in among the leaves, and you fight the distinct urge to roll around in them. Well, I don't know. Do you fight it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you fight the urge, and you sit up and look around, and I'm assuming you're immediately looking for the purist, right? To see if he's making a run for it or anything. Yeah, he's really confused right now. I mean, unless you guys told him anything. Did you tell him anything?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so he's extremely confused.
Plans to.
Yeah. But once he wakes up and you're all there, he says, I'm going to give him a name, by the way, so I don't have to just keep calling him Purist. Yes. Okay. We'll say Tommy. How about that, Tommy?
Okay.
Nice.
So now we have a
All right.
I walk up to him, and while he's laying down, I kind of like get my front paws up on him.
Nice.
I'm like looking at him, like giving him that like I got my teeth bared, but I'm not quite growling.
And he says, well, I wish I could sure understand you right now.
Like, and actually, Paige probably hears me growl. He probably doesn't.
And his muscles are tense, Jeff, and ready for a fight until you lift your paw off of him. All right, so now everyone's there, and they can stand up. And so you're on this hill with all these trees, but they're all leafless. And this whole hill is buried in like these brown leaves. And you're seeing this. Oh, I didn't mention what's on the other side. Okay, so you see this thorny wall, this wall of stone with a small gate of thorns. But on the other side, all you see is like this deep, dark mist. Almost like Barovia, like Ravenloft, like thick mist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which anybody who's been to Vurt enough, which could be all of you, I mean, you believe it possibly leads to the wildlands of the Vurt. Which makes this dream extremely unique. Like, very few. That would actually make this dream probably have a hint of yellow in it. So, it would probably be a black feather with a hint of yellow. So, so you could presumably maybe just walk out of the mist and be in the wild Vurt. That's extremely rare. Most dreams, you're bound to your dream. And that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Should we talk to the guy? Not the dude we brought with us.
The guy
that was here.
It's there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just watching the
cloaked figure sitting on the stump over by the thorny gate.
my eyes are on the prisoner.
Right, Tommy.
Oh yeah, what should we do with Tommy? Should we
Are you saying that to Jeff's character? Or, like in dog speak, or are you saying it?
Party. No, I'm asking everybody. I just say it bluntly. What are we gonna do with him? No ifs given.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tommy says, "Yeah, I'm really not sure why I'm even here. I mean, this is what value am I to y'all in this dream? Because this is not a place I've been to before. If you're looking for some kind of expertise about this place, I ain't got shit."
I just tell him we didn't know. Fuck. I say we didn't know what we were gonna expect when we got here, so we brought you along to help us out.
So I'm just an extra body, and I'm hoping to get out of this alive. Is that pretty much it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes. So, yeah. So I think we need to go to this other guy, and so we have to kind of convince him to come back. Is that the way I'm understanding?
Convince him? What?
Or,
Convince who?
sorry. Because so we have to leave. The plan is we're leaving Tommy here.
By the way, we're having an in-character conversation. You're dropping in with out-of-character stuff. If you want to ask players this, you need to pull someone aside. And out of character, I guess we can clarify it. We're allowed a little metagaming. I mean, damn.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to convince him to stay here somehow, or just knock him unconscious and ditch him here, or tie him up and everybody else.
I just whispered to you, like, we'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I don't know. I'm like winging it.
So.
Since that's an out of character meta issue, then yeah, I'll answer it out of character meta. I mean, it just makes.
Yeah. I'm not
essentially you ditch someone in the. So what happens is if you want to ditch someone in the Vurt is if everybody else leaves the dream, and I imagine a certain amount of time passes or something, or a brief few seconds before the feather starts creaming. Before the feather just becomes completely useless. And if he doesn't come out in time, then he gets abandoned there. That's what happened in the Vurt book. So I imagine it happens similar to that.
Yeah, what's the process for actually leaving?
You don't know this stream. You don't know.
Oh.
You guys went in with very little information. So,
I got you. That makes sense.
Okay.
Most dreams, you have to finish the dream.
Oh, okay.
So we can't just click our heels together and say there's no place like home, and then bam, we're back at
maybe the guy in front of you knows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's go ask.
Okay.
Let's go look around.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, I'm watching Tommy.
Very cool. And by the way, I think a couple of you already are. If you can help me in chat, by the way, talking to people every once in a while, that'd be awesome. So, all right. So you guys, who's approaching him? Are all of you approaching him kind of together?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you're all coming up to this guy who's sitting on this trunk over here, and let me see if I can find a good picture of this guy. I don't have it in Fantasy Grounds. I probably should have, but I can describe him at least. That's pretty cool. He is a Vurt being, which makes him unique.
Oh. So they look all
Some Vurt beings look normal. Okay, so this guy is wearing a cloak and stuff, has a staff, but the staff is unique in that it looks like pieces of the wooden staff are just kind of floating in the air, and you see like this black smoky orb kind of in the center of the head of the staff, and it's just kind of floating there in the air in the center of this intricate like woodwork. But as he sees you come forward, he puts his hands on his knees and pushes himself up off the trunk. But he uses hands that you had previously not seen. So he has 4 hands. And 4 arms and hands. That would look really effed up just to have 4 hands. But 4 arms and hands. And he sits up and he looks, other than that, he looks very human. Very taunt, muscular physique, which seems odd, but his face is it looks really human. I would say he looks a bit deformed in the face, but other than that, he seems not to have any kind of hair on his body, perhaps. But he's wearing this cloak and stuff, and he sits up and he throws the cloak back, and you see a scarred head covered with some sort of markings all over it. You don't recognize any language or anything there, but he's got all these markings and stuff, but no hair. And he asks who you are in Singlish, which is the language you all speak. Well, English, Singlish, but they call it Singlish in Manchester. But and he says, "Who are you?"
Who are you?
I'm Malcor, guardian of the Thorny Gate. Well, guardian I am the guide of this place.
I'm Paige. Nice to meet you.
He extends an arm.
And I just kind of wave. I'm like, I am Max.
I shake his hand.
Yeah, he extends his arm. Yeah.
Okay.
One of them, anyway.
Yeah, one of them. Right. All right.
And this is our friend Dog. And I put my head on the dog's
His name
head.
is Dog.
Yep. Dog. Say hi.
I let out a kind of disapproving bark, like.
It's like, I want a real fucking name. He's like, it's funny.
You need a name. And then I introduce Reese.
Yep.
And then I realized that I don't know the name of the Tommy. But we asked him his. Okay. And I'm like, this is Reese and Tommy. They're not important.
They're not important. Nice. Tommy goes, ugh. Reese goes, fuck ever. And he's like, and Malachor says, very well. Paige, is this your first time in this feather? I believe it is.
This feather? Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a very well, and I've been here for years. I haven't seen you. You are not in here alone. There are others that came in before you.
So I've heard.
No. I mean, just a few hours ago.
Oh. Okay.
The uniqueness of this dream is that there are feathers scattered across your real world, as y'all call it. And they're often sought after. The nature of this place means they all come at the same time.
Oh shit! It was all the robo out of character. Sorry.
Well, you managed to get their copy.
Right, but what if they used it before we got it?
It would have.
Well, no,
yes, I mean, if they were still tapped in, or maybe there's multiple feathers of the same dream, all connected to the same dream. That does happen. Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
I don't say anything to him. I'm just.
Would
I
we
guess
have?
I have a dumbfounded.
You can ask him to describe them if you want to know what they were like.
Oh yeah. So what kind of people were they that came before
One
us?
was
I ask him.
one was a rotund fellow with glasses and a very regal suit. But with him, he had. I would guess they'd be soldiers in your world. But there was something more than a hint of shadow about them. In fact, if I was to describe them, I would think they were the living dead.
Okay. Well, I look to the group. Anything you guys want to ask him?
You guys may have to face zombie soldiers in here.
Oh, speaking of, we would have had time to rest up, wouldn't we?
Yeah, y'all could have spent. You could have spent really. You had 4. You had. I think she said you had like a 3-day window to go in the dream.
Okay. So would we be healed up? I guess, or
you could have. I would say if y'all spent days, if you spend more than at least a day, and then some, I'll let you be back to full points. You want to do that?
I forget how.
Yeah,
that'll work.
Okay,
that's fine.
Then just put yourselves back to full and reset your recovery track on the.
So reset would be one action now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, so everybody's back to full. All right. Yeah, so maybe during those couple days or whatever, like maybe that's when Even and DJ Weaver and stuff got up to their other business and things. All right. Now, he's described them. What's next, Paige? What do you ask him next? Or do you just walk away uncomfortably?
Yeah, I just look at the group and I say, y'all want to ask him anything? I say it kind of quietly because I don't like being the face man all the time.
I have like no social skills.
Yeah, but Sean
kinda-
never shies away from being the one that talks. So
I actually say something to Paige
Okay.
and ask her whether does he know where the person we're looking for is?
Oh, good question. Good question. Okay. Like Family Feud. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. I like nod at him at the dog, and then I ask the guy that same question. We're
Alton
looking
Gray.
for Alton. Yes. So I ask him if he has seen anybody who
Yeah.
looks like.
He says, "What to y'all?" Victoria described Alton Gray as a Robo Man.
Right.
And so he says, someone came through here years ago by that description, but he did not make it out.
So he's still
See,
here. Okay.
if you pass through these thorny gates and then don't come back through to this small cropping of trees, then you'll be left inside Eden. So in other words, passing this dream is coming back through the gates. You could basically check out and consciously decide to leave the dream while you're on this side. But when you're on that side, you can't consciously leave the dream. It's a black feather.
All right. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
So
And he
that's
says-
the part where we have to kind of like make a bargain to leave.
You have to basically make sure he doesn't come through this gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So out of character, we're gonna go through the gate, find Alton, and then come back to the gate without Reese and or the dude we brought, Tommy,
Okay,
and bring
right.
Alton through the gate and find a way to leave Reese and Tommy on the other side.
Okay. Yes.
That's my plan, anyways. If you guys
Right.
have totally different plans, that's
Well,
cool.
and
Perfectly legit.
and we
plan.
have to leave them there alive, right? We can't just like stab them in the back or anything like that.
I don't know.
We're just wondering.
Oh my
who's, like,
God.
offering.
Why did it get so
I think
dark?
life and death kind of stays in balance karmically between the real world and the Vurt world. Like, so killing them wouldn't be a solution. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I was just wanted to make perfectly
Yeah.
clear. What I
Yeah.
don't want to do is them to like try and fight us, and then we end up killing them. That's like shit.
Yeah, that wouldn't really work. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to leave them here. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, they could die here after you leave. So, but
Right.
yeah. Yeah. Crazy stuff. And he says, I will, however, warn you, I don't know what you've heard about this place. Notice he didn't say dream. He doesn't see it as a dream. He says about this place, it is not as it was 20 years ago. Something terrible happened after the gates closed. I can feel the changes, even if I've been stuck on the side. But a shadow has been cast across Eden. Eden is lost. You're not passing through a beautiful landscape that Eden once was, a garden of peace and tranquility. You're passing through a region completely devoid of light. Sorry, completely devoid of color. Shadow in nature. With terrible things inside. I love it. You guys can hear Sesame Street in my microphone in the background behind like this like doomsaying talk when I key up.
Elmo's World.
I know.
That's not creepy at all.
That's funny. That's why I have noise gate, but it doesn't work while I'm talking.
Oh my goodness.
All
All
right.
right. I'm ready to go.
Sounds like a pleasant place.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are.
Hey.
Like I've got my I'm keeping my eyes on everything. Just like I said, I got my heightened
Yeah.
senses going.
Tommy says, so why are you guys wanting to go in this place? I mean, I'd rather, if I can not, I'd rather not go in here.
We're just looking for stuff. Don't worry about it. Maybe you'll get some money, man. You like money?
I do like money, but not this much. But whatever.
What does 2,000 quid sound like to you?
2,000 just for going into a dream, huh?
Yeah, just come along, man.
So you beat me up in the streets and then offer me 2,000 quid to go in a dream?
Yeah. Yeah. I
He just
mean,
kind of.
look,
All right.
okay, I grew up on the streets, man. That's just how we do things, okay?
He kind of. All right.
What are you gonna say, Sean?
Oh my
Hey,
god,
he's gonna
I'm
buy
turning
it.
into
He's
like
buying
a
it.
gang member. I'm
Is
a
he
gang
buying
member.
it?
Is he buying it? Make a. I guess the heightened senses would apply in this situation, Jeff. Yeah.
Like I don't know what's being asked him because I can't understand.
Oh,
it.
it's obvious from. You can
But,
tell
like,
that
is
there was
he,
enough
like-
words that you might have recognized and stuff that you might have.
I guess what I'm. Okay, yeah, I'll make a hindsight. Just I kind of want to get a feel for this guy. Is he gonna?
I will say though that it'll be.
Ugh,
No, it's not high enough. Since
yeah,
I'll raise the difficulty by 1 level since your language is broken. And
yeah, no.
Yeah.
But no, I do want to keep an eye on him because I kind of get a sense that he's not like
right,
wanting to go, and we need him in there.
right, makes sense.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we need to do something. We need to I don't know. Honestly, is there a way I can just tackle him in the area through the thorns?
Like push him through the thorns.
Because I mean, he could just subconsciously leave the dream right now.
Oh yeah, just grab him by the pant leg. Just and drag him through.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's a way I could just straight up.
Yeah, like
tackle
if
him.
he's currently not, like he starts deciding to not be willing, you're just gonna.
Right, because I mean, he could just.
It's very possible that he could. Yeah, I mean, so
yeah.
you don't know, but for sure it might be a good idea to start. So you guys think that Tommy is like, F this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's thinking
That's why I
about
tried to bribe
bailing.
him.
So I mean, yeah, he could. He looks like he just kind of goes.
Yep, I'm gonna tackle him into the.
Nice.
thorns.
Okay.
Nice.
So we'll say that Jeff has been positioning himself to push and roll him through the thorns. Thank you so much, Monty Cook Games, for the host. Appreciate it. Yeah. So Jeff, make a roll, and let me look at his difficulty. And I think he's difficulty 3. Let me check. He's difficulty 3. So make a you roll a 9 or better. We'll say what kind of skills might be applicable. Jumping would be applicable here if you're going to jump onto him and tackle him down. You can also make a might effort or something like that. So make a might roll, difficulty 3.
Okay, so that would reduce it to difficulty 2.
Yeah, you don't have to do all that math in your head because it'll say what difficulty you just succeeded.
No, I'm just trying to decide if I
Yeah.
want to use effort.
Yeah. So let's roll 6 or higher. Pretty easy.
There we go.
So there you go.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. So you've just kind of positioned while she was talking to Paige, and you see that moment where he's like, and you just hit him really hard, and he's standing, Jeff, at the kind of the bottom of the hill, right? And so you kind of move yourself to the top of the hill, and you hit him about mid-chest, and he just starts rolling. You and him, do you lock up with him?
Oh yeah, I'm pulling him in
Okay,
there.
so you lock up with him. He gets almost to the edge of the gate, and Jeff, you still see nothing but shrouded darkness inside. Do you still pull him through, not knowing what's on the other side of the dream?
Oh yeah.
Very cool. So you're dragging him by his feet, and he's screaming, "What is going on? Jeez!" And he's not thinking clearly, because if he was thinking clearly, he might just
Right. He just leaves.
consciously pull out.
Yeah.
And there's like a split second where and then you hit the blackness, and we'll say that you see Tommy's body, everything but his leg, and then they both blink in despair. They just pop, and they're gone. And then Malachor looks at you all and says, "It appears your friends have already entered Eden Lost. You may want to join them."
Yeah.
Eden Lost. That's not good at all.
I wasn't gonna have you go like some kind of trippy like Eden actually adventure. I mean, well, it's
I chased after him as he was dragging him, so I wanted to be like right behind.
all right. What about Hack? and Reese.
Yeah, I gave you guys no indication that I was about to do that.
Yeah, because any indication would have let him know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of saw it happen, and I like tried to, keep up.
What
Yeah. Good dog.
We just walks in, good dog, into the nice. But Reese just kind of like chuckles, and then walks in.
Yeah.
He's still completely none the wiser as to what's
Right.
happening, right?
He wants the 10,000.
I'm gonna make him so look like the victim before y'all leave him here. Like this episode, he's gonna make the best dude in the world.
Oh,
He's gonna look like a jolly good chap, and then you guys are gonna leave him here. No, I'm just playing. So all of you pop and appear as if you're dragging yourself through some darkness, and you would think that the darkness would immediately clear up, but it doesn't. You're in some seriously deep, like, darkness. Like, you might be nighttime when you come in here. But you can see a sun, or at least was a sun at some point. You see a source of light that looks like a sun in the sky. But the first thing you notice is what little light there is no color. This dream is completely black and white, like prior Technicolor days.
So, like, mine and dog's regular vision.
Everyone sees in black and white.
No,
Well,
I
yeah, I
mean,
guess,
like,
I guess dogs did.
outside.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, see, y'all might not see anything wrong with the place, other than it's definitely not Eden.
It's the same.
So you're in this area, like, with trees kind of everywhere, but you do see a path on the ground, and the trees are all around you, but they're all, like, crooked and kind of hooked in and kind of leering at the road. All the trees are kind of curled into the road, all the branches kind of, like, hanging over you, like, threateningly. And then all of you are on this path, and for people who can see, Sean and Reese and Tommy can see colors. You don't see colors here.
Okay.
Yeah. And you hear... It is eerily silent. For a forest, you would think you'd hear some kind of, like
birds and...
Yeah, like wildlife in some way, but you're not hearing anything. Like stone silent. You might even think for a moment that is almost void of sound and color. But then one of you, like, moves your boot or something just briefly, and you do hear the sound of crunching leaves on dirt.
Well, one good thing is we should be able to hear anything sneak up on us pretty easily.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And so we don't see any other people, just the 5 of us?
Just the 5 of you. And in fact, when you guys come through, you see Jeff pulling Tommy. And I'm thinking Tommy probably takes a strike at you, Jeff, just in response. So make a speed defense roll, unless you're just dead intent on dragging him and not defending. It'll just be 2 damage.
Yeah, once we're in here, I'm not really too much.
Yeah, so he takes his fist and tries to throw it at you, and you just you let go and bounce away, and his fist just hits air, and he looks around and realizes what happened, and he's not even worried about you now. And he says, "You fuckers left me here. You drugged me here on purpose. What am I to you?"
Man. We told you we need you to come with us. 2,000 quid, man. Just have fun. Enjoy the ride.
Jeff, you know at this point that he could still run back through that gate.
I'm on top of him on his chest, like,
Okay, so you jump back onto his chest and push him to the ground, and he says, I'm gonna, at some point, you're not gonna be able to stop me, mangy mutt.
I growled. We need to bind him up or something.
I don't think Like we have to
Fuck.
climb up.
The solution
Maybe
might
can we
just be
knock him
getting
out?
far enough away from the gate, you know,
Yeah.
All right.
because
let's
it's a forested area. There's a chance this guy probably doesn't even know how to find his way in the forest. Right?
I mean,
He's
if we
used to
knock him
city life
unconscious
and
and
stuff like
drag
that.
him in a little ways.
Oh yeah, let's knock him out.
Okay, so who knocks him out? Because you said let's knock him out. Is that Paige knocking him out?
I said, yeah, let's knock him out. Is what I said. I'm not entirely that strong. I mean, I think I have like average strength.
What is your? Well,
10?
Hmm.
I know that's metagaming.
I can't. I don't know that I have the ability to knock somebody out.
All right.
Let me see. So I can pull out my my knife and just hit his head with my like the butt end of it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we're not gonna. You know what? We'll just make a basic check to see if you hit him, and then if you hit him, we'll have him be knocked out. We'll just.
Okay.
We're not gonna slow the game down just to stall this into a fight. So
Okay.
his difficulty 3 to hit him. Actually, he's on the ground right now because Jeff's got him pinned down. Difficulty 2. Wow,
Well, there you go.
just rolled enough.
Funny.
Just enough.
Just enough.
Like,
okay.
So you hit him. Unfortunately, you knocked him out. He was already on the ground. Well, I guess it's a good thing. He didn't fall. But now he's unconscious, so what are you going to do with him?
Shit. How far do we have to go?
I'll
Reese-
fireman carry him.
Reese says, so you're going to carry this guy, this bloke, the whole time?
Until I get tired.
Well, I can.
Yeah, I really don't understand. Why don't you guys bring this guy along anyways? Did anybody explain to Reese that someone's got to get left inside the dream?
Because, so I figured if Reese knew that, then we have this other guy to be
So
like,
you
"No, I'm
told
not
him and
leaving
it's
you."
and yeah, okay.
I wasn't the one who wanted to bring this guy.
Yeah.
So let the record show. Everybody else did.
Right. But I
So
mean,
so
how-
he knows that someone's got to get abandoned here. He just thinks it's him, it's Tommy, not him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. And so he says, well, I guess it's worth dragging him along if we can get Alton Gray out. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he says, I could probably help carry him at some point, but I'm not that strong. You can see that he's kind of like a small framed man, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll pick up the unconscious guy and like fireman carry him and until you say that I'm too tired to carry him anymore.
Right. Okay. All right. So this dream, so it's a programmed dream, right? So you can assume that the paths will lead eventually to your destination, like follow the yellow brick road, like right from Oz, you know, because you're meant to have the dream experience. Although you never learned what the experience of the dream is. You know where the road takes you. You know people came here for unicorns, but you don't know if that was the purpose of the original dream. Like you guys basically had. You guys could have rolled better, we'll say that, on your checks to find information about the dreams. You guys didn't do that hot at it. So, yeah. You guys are going with a lot of lack of information. So yeah, y'all just going to follow the path?
Sure.
And hope you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
See where it goes.
All right, so you guys follow the path what seems like hours. Maybe it is hours. We'll say 1d4 hours. Look at that. 4 hours. And for about 4 hours, and you guys realize that you see patches of color in the distance, in the sky. Like in some mountains, right? Like just kind of crested over the top of a forest. So you can see like the edge of a forest has a little bit of green, and then you can see the brown and the white caps of like a forest. Sorry, of a mountain. And then at some point, while you're traveling and you're looking over there 4 hours in, you see the color just slowly start to fade. And it's becoming more and more like gray. And at that point, you hear rustling in the forest around you. Something is in this vicinity. Don't know what it is.
Can I get a better sense of maybe of what it
Yes,
is?
you can, Jeff. Make a difficulty.
Oh,
Yeah. No, you can't tell what it is really.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, can't make out the details. So
I'm gonna just make sure I have my knife in my hand. So what I do is I wear a hoodie everywhere, and I've got the pockets in the front. I got my knife out, and my knife kind of in the pocket with my hand on the handle.
all right,
So I'm not like waving a knife around.
right.
But I
Okay. It's funny. The other person that isn't here also had the handgun.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You don't need a handgun. You have me. We're
Yep.
good.
So you so you guys are ready. Paige has currently just got this guy on her shoulder, and you see like a silhouette. Who's going first?
I'm probably
Everybody loves to answer that question when the GM asks it. Who's in the
I'm
front?
probably leading. I'm leading the way.
Yeah,
That's-
dog's leading the way.
Gray's leading the way.
Yes.
All right. And Hack and Paige and Reese are bringing up the rear. Okay.
yeah.
Hack. While you guys are passing down this road, at some point it starts to narrow. The trees overhead are leering upon you. And you see something. Just you can't tell what it is because it happens so brilliantly fast. Like, just be thrown. It seems like thrown out of the trees towards you. You're going to get to make a defense test against this, but it's a difficulty 1 higher. So it's a speed defense difficulty 4. As an attack comes at you from the trees. What do you do?
Who's getting attacked?
Hack.
Hack.
Shit. Okay.
I'm sure I'm doing that right. Surprise. But go ahead and make your roll. It might get harder. If you want to use effort or something, you can. I don't know if do you have speed defense? You're trained in speed defense as long as you're not wearing
Yes.
armor, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, train that armor. Yeah, that's good.
Just
That's
roll.
something. Yeah, if you don't want to add speed effort, sure. You just roll it.
Speed defense. Yeah.
Okay. Let me make sure that. Yeah, I said it was difficulty 5, correct?
Mm-hmm.
No, I
You
said
said
difficulty
4.
4. Let me make sure the surprise rules. I'll make sure I'm not wrong on those surprise rules. I think I'm pretty close on that one. I'm still trying to learn this game. Rise. Oh, 2 steps. Modified by 2 steps. Sean, unless you want to roll a re-roll, then you failed. Unless you want to spend XP.
I will re-roll. What do I have to do? I have to blow?
Well, you have to spend XP if you want to do that.
Oh, fuck. I don't have any. Never
Nope.
mind.
Oh, that's right. You
That's-
used it all leveled up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so its attack, you see these tentacles. Like, you know when they hit you that they're tentacles. And you're not sure where they came from. They're really long, and they seem to be strong. And they hit you, and you feel pain. But then your body lurches into the sky, up into the trees.
Mm-hmm.
You take 3 damage. You don't have any armor. It won't be reduced any. And you're lifted up into the sky. Do you want... Well, this is going to be a GM intrusion, actually. All right? So, if you want to... Well, you don't have any XP. So, you're going to get 1 XP for this. So, the tentacles, when they come through and hit you, they wrap around your neck. And you're pulled up into the trees. You're now hanging from the trees by your neck with tentacles around your neck. You get 1 experience point, and
Oh my god.
and then you get to give 1 to someone else. And so you guys are registering what's happening, and at that point, you see 2 more of these creatures leap down to the ground at your flanks, and they look like this. The wonderful thing about,
Range.
and I'll share the name
Oh
in
my
the
God.
Fantasy Grounds
Oh no.
in the chat so viewers can see it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So the
We're so
tentacles are coming out of their
Their
mouths.
mouths. That's right. Gotta love that shit. Okay. Okay. And so they leap down to your flanks. And by the way, Sean is up in the air, gagging, as these tentacles are around his mouth.
Okay.
All right. Now roll initiative, everyone.
So three damage. Does that fill up my 3 dots on my damage track?
Yeah, you'll go from 12 to 9. I did it for you.
For my might.
Okay. Yeah, your might.
Oh, you were doing it.
Yes.
Okay.
So the enemies are difficulty 3. So you just got to roll higher than them to go before them.
Ooh, nice.
Have we had a proper encounter with Paige in here? A proper fight?
I mean, kind of when we got the feather thing, but not really.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so what we got here? We got Stray. He'll go before the creature. So we'll hack. And not, unfortunately, Paige, if I can see it right. Where is Paige? Oh, there it is, yeah. Yeah, so... Alright, so hack and Stray. What do you guys do?
So I'm going to pull my knife out, I guess, while I'm like sitting there hanging from this tree.
Right.
And I'm going to try to like stab this thing. Just anything that
you want to try to cut yourself from... Because you're actually hanging maybe about 10 feet from its head. You're actually being strung up in the tree like a noose.
Right, okay.
So you're going to try to cut the tentacle?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, probably more like a tongue. Tentacle tongue. So, but you're going to try to cut it. All right.
Yes.
Very cool.
Just a regular attack.
Yeah, against this difficulty, yes.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so what happens is you hit the tentacle with your knife, and you start cutting, and then another bit of its tongues comes down and lashes your knife, and it flies to the ground at your feet.
Oh my god.
No.
Little help here, Jeff.
How high is he off the ground?
He is 20 feet off the ground.
Fortunately, you're...
Some Red Bull.
I can't climb.
You said you need a Red Bull? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
he needs
some
wings.
Red Bull.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm going to need to spend that XP just to live through this. Okay.
Oh, God. No.
All right.
Because the good thing is I'm 20 feet off the ground, so I'm sure,
Just grab it and rip it.
all 20
You're 10 feet up to the source. It might be easier to get up than to go down. But
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so, Jeff, what do you do?
There's 2 others.
I'm going to look suffocation rolls up while he's doing that. Yes.
Coming
if there
to
is
us
rules
for us.
suffocation.
Are they where I can reach?
Yeah, they're to y'all's flanks on the road. By the way, that's the only 3 you see. There could be more in the trees you don't see. You could spend an action to like use your heightened senses and look in the trees and see if there's any more. But that's all you currently see.
All right. So I guess... Okay. I guess I'll just charge one of the ones that we can actually see.
All right.
And try to take it down before it grabs anybody.
All right. Cool. Just FYI, Sean, the glory of the simplicity of this system and how it does things is that we can just do suffocation as damage every turn. Might damage.
Okay. Yeah.
There's no special rules for suffocation. It keeps
Or
constricting
like
your neck.
constitution checks. Or
Okay, so which one has him in his grip?
The one way up. It's up in the branches. It's
No,
which one on the combat tracker?
Combat tracker.
We'll say it's number 3.
Okay.
Yep. All right, that's unfortunately not enough. So you lurch in and leap in and try to bite at the creature, and it leaps out of the way nearly as quick as you are at the moment you strike in. Unfortunately, you don't find flesh. Now it is its turn. One of them is going to jump in and attack Reese, and the other is going to counterattack on Stray. All right. So first we're going to resolve Stray since he's already having. Jeff, why don't you make a speed defense roll, difficulty of 3.
Difficulty 3. I may use effort. So that's 2 points. And then I add a asset. Wait, it already has an asset there. I don't know.
Probably just because you left it there by last time.
Okay. Woo.
Ooh. See, sometimes, man, that 9 is what that would have. Well, no, that would have made it.
That would have made it regardless, but yeah.
But sometimes, though, as we learned last game, sometimes that saves you, man. That saves you.
Yeah.
It's the thing about. That's actually the thing that one of the things that I love about this game is that they understand that the D20 is swinging as hell. Right? They actually have a system that has bad guys go up against you that are difficulty. You only got to roll a 9 or higher. Like D&D's, like they've always been like, oh, well that AC is 15. 15 is hard as shit to hit on D20 sometimes. You know, this game knows that it's basically like Cthulhu, like BRP, you know, percentile die. D20 is extremely swingy. So this game knows that. So in the way it's designed. So yeah, Jeff, you get out of the way as this creature like lunges in at you, and you actually get slobber from this creature all over your face as you just kind of get in at the right time. The other creature, okay, so this is going to be a GM intrusion for everyone, okay? So everyone's going to gain 1 XP, and whenever the GM does a GM intrusion for the whole group, you just all get 1 XP, okay? The branch mangler grabs in with his tentacles, grabs Reese by the foot, and starts pulling him off into the wilderness. Now, he's still within sight right now, so you could follow suit and try to rescue him. But right now, he's being drugged into the dark wilderness. Probably to be someone's dinner later. All right, so Branch Mangler 2 is dragging him away at this point. Now, Branch Mangler 3, Sean, you're going to take, I'll say it's a might defense.
Okay.
To not choke. Essentially, you using your strength to lift your body up enough or to try to create enough gap in there, your airway, so you don't constrict. You're using your hands, you know? So make a might defense, difficulty 3.
Okay.
Sweet. So you don't take any more damage this turn. You're still being hung in the air, and you're like, oh, but you're not taking any damage. Paige, what do? You got Tommy on your back, unconscious. Reese is being drug away. Hack is being strangled from the trees 20 feet up in a noose. What do you do?
Okay. I just throw him to the ground, the guy that I'm carrying, and I put on my brass knuckles.
Assuming you probably already had them on. We won't.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it. And then which of the manglers is closest to me? I'm just
one fighting Jeff. I mean, because the thing
Okay.
threw its tentacles out of its mouth like a long distance and grabbed
Right.
Reese.
Okay.
Started pulling him back.
Because whatever, who gives a shit about Reese? If he dies, he dies.
You got to back
mean,
up,
what?
right?
So yeah, I'll just go to. I like calling him Dog. His name is Dog in my head. So I go to Dog and I just try to, I guess, like punch the thing. That's all I can do. I don't really have anything useful.
You don't have any Vurt stuff? Like math magician
right,
things?
I do. I'm sorry, guys.
You can do all kinds of things. I mean, in the Vurt world, your characters all work the same, by the way.
Right.
All your abilities will still be there.
So I have a question because I'm still kind of learning the system. So for one of my abilities, it says in parentheses that it's like 2 intellect points. Does that mean like I take 2 points of damage from my
It means it'll
intellect
cost you
pool?
2 intellect to use that
Okay,
ability.
all right.
Which one is
I
it?
just want to make sure I was
push.
understanding that.
Push?
Yeah, the push.
Actually, yeah, we can actually fix that where it shows it on the sheet.
Oh,
like that.
sweet.
There you go.
You're
So
the
you don't have to put
best.
it.
Thank you so much.
You don't have to know.
Okay. Yeah, for right now, I'm just gonna try and get in there and wail on him with my brass knuckles.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right.
throw some punches.
Difficulty 3. This branch mangler.
Okay, so to roll those, I'm not sure how to do that. I was trying to figure that out when it was my turn.
Okay, so attack. Yeah, that's right. You haven't really had combat yet. Okay, so you're gonna use your brass knuckles. So what you'll do is since you're not, see, I've magnified it for you so you can see everything in there.
Okay.
Does the weapon show
You're
up on
not
your
trained
actions?
in there. I don't know why Marcia is trained. Okay. And if you want to add an asset, which is you using effort, right, would be it. In this system, the way Fantasy Grounds works, it marks as an asset. But
Right.
you would just add 1 there if you want to add effort here. If you had an asset, that might help you. Let me double check and see if actually teaming up on a bad guy adds an asset. I think it's a +1 at least, though. I think it does. Because that could help you here.
I picked the worst, starting background.
What? Did you? Why?
I don't know. I didn't get as many
Criminal.
skills as everybody else did.
I told you that when you made the character.
I know. It's fine.
Your character's good. You got lots of abilities. You're just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's kind of a one-trick pony, but it fits the character.
Yeah. Well, it works in a lot of games.
I don't have an answer right now as far as teaming up, but I believe a +1 sounds fair if 2 of you are attacking this guy. So what you would do then is on your attacks there, brass knuckles, under the part where it says MD on attacks, on actions tab, just put 1 there. It's like it says +1. Yeah. And then now click that sword button.
The sword. Okay.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, so, and now you'll click the lightning bolt. Or you can drag the lightning bolt over to the branch mangler 1 on the combat tracker.
So just like playing D&D.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, you said number 1?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. All right.
Very
so
cool.
Just wail on him. Boom, boom, boom.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So yeah, you're slamming on him with your fist. You're hitting that carapace, and you're seeing it kind of crack and
Nice.
and boom up. But you're noticing, guys. By the way, I should clarify: these things are colorless, just like the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You guys, however, well, I probably should point out, you guys are not colorless. At least not yet. You have color.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so Ack or Stray. Who's going?
I'll go real quick. That's all I'm going to do. Just
try to not die.
Yeah.
You could try to climb the tongue instead. To the top of the tree.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, that's
or
fine.
you can keep trying to cut it, but you don't have a knife.
Yeah.
I could just rip it off.
Yeah, you might can break it with your bare hands, but I'm gonna say the difficulty is gonna be a little higher than 3 on that one. So
Yeah.
What you do, buddy?
Just so I'm tracking, you did 1 GM intrusion, right? That was just 1 XP.
No, you should have 2 extra XP.
2. That's what I
because
thought.
I gave a group
for the group.
XP for having Reese get drug off.
Okay.
And the reason why, if you guys are people who are watching, or you guys too, even you might be wondering, I don't make NPCs attack other NPCs. Like if PCs aren't there, I just decide what they do. That's the way the cipher system works. The only people who roll are the players. I don't roll. But I did this time because it's something bad for y'all. If you want to get both the Elton Gray and the Unicorn, it's bad for you to lose Reese. That's why it's a GM intrusion.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry, Sean.
I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to try to just get myself sort of disentangled.
You could. Okay, so there's a couple options you got here. You can try to climb up. You can try to rip, like pull it loose enough that you fall, or you can try to swing yourself over to a branch.
I'll try to swing myself over to another branch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So at least then you'll be on the ground. Like, so you'll be on a surface at least.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So I'll say that's an easier roll. I'll say that's an easier roll. But it's going to be a... you have an inability in a lot of physical stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be climbing related. Because you're going to have to hold on to the branch.
Okay.
With climbing. So... I'll say, though, it's a difficulty 3. But for you, it's going to be... A 4. Yeah. I'll say it's a difficulty 4 for you because you have. Well, it'll automatically factor it in. Difficulty 3. What do you want to do? It'll automatically it'll be climbing though.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay. So roll climbing. If you want to add any effort, do that now.
Okay.
Probably speed effort.
Okay. So I have effort 1, so that just go to 0 for now.
Yeah, effort 1. It would cost you 2 points instead of 3. Oh, you have effort 1. Okay, effort is how many times you can apply effort.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But like your speed edge is 1, so it would cost you 2 from your speed pool to do it.
Okay.
You want to do it?
Yes.
Okay, so reduce it from 12 to 10, and add an asset into your climbing. I'll just do it for you. There you go. And then click that little button beside climbing. Roll it.
Yep. Okay.
Look at that.
Nice.
Very cool. So it's a combination of luck and like a good swing, right? Because you swung yourself really well, but you're terrible at climbing. And you just happen to find a nice thick damn, Erg. Sorry, buddy. He keeps getting kicked. Poor Erg, because he's trying to put stuff up. Autobot keeps kicking him. Yeah, sorry, Erg. So you're on this big branch, right? Because you managed to roll so well. So I'm going to say that you've got a good hold up on this branch, Sean. The problem is you still have the noose around your neck. So is there anything you want to do?
Okay, so I'm at least I've got my feet like on a branch.
You got your feet, and you probably got your hands, unless you pulled your hands away from your head.
Okay, and so
you still got a tentacle around your throat, though. Yeah.
Okay, so I get another action.
Oh, why that? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to make this message visible for everybody.
So you can get better leverage right now on the tongue, hopefully, or whatever the hell that thing is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm linking something in chat here, by the way, that he sent us. Erg sent us, by the way, on Twitch chat. Y'all can click, and it'll get you. It's something to do with cooperative actions. Thank you, Erg. We appreciate it tremendously.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, thank you, man. I even linked it.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, sweet. Thank you, man. All right. Help. Yeah, I did it right. Oh, you actually have to spend your action helping other people.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe +1. I guess the main help is the fact that 2 people.
The one you're talking about, Shane, is the old 1, 2, 3. If 3 or more characters attack the same enemy, each gets +1.
The old 1,
so
2, 3.
3 of us piled up.
Oh, okay. So it has to be 3 or more. So you have to basically be like ganging up on them, like Savage Worlds style gang up rules. All right, cool. All right, so that's good to know once Sean gets out of the tree. All right, so Sean's done. Stray, what do you do?
Try to finish this guy off.
All right.
The branch mangler.
Remember, you can roll effort on damage too, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Branch mangler 1, right?
Which I believe if you did hit this guy and you do effort, I think it will kill him. I think it'll be enough to kill him.
So I can do effort on damage. That would be might, I guess.
Yes. Well, you're using a light attack. It could be speed too.
God dang it.
Which one do you want to do?
Okay.
Okay, I'm not making you. You don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, all right. So that's so that would increase it to to 7 damage, which would be enough to kill him.
So it increases it by 3.
Yeah. So it went from 4 to 7. So,
so
that's enough to take down this branch smangler. Jeff, what do you do? How does your character take this guy down? How does that look?
I am probably going for whatever looks like a neck on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So you leap in and like give him enough force, and it throws him over onto his back, and then you see that under his carapace, you see the bottom side of his body is not as strong or tough, and you just bite in to what looks like the neck under there, and you're tasting something that's not blood, or at least not blood that you're used to tasting, right?
Right.
And it's black and gooey as it comes out, and then you just like immediately pull your mouth away, but like you've hit something nasty, and now he's flopping around, howling, dying. But it's obvious that he is dying. So.
Okay.
Good doggy.
All right, so the other two branch manglers. Okay, so since no one's helping Reese, he's getting drugged further into the darkness.
Mm.
All right. Branch Mangler 3 still has Sean. Okay, Sean, is going to be a might defense to not get pulled off the branch and take more damage. Okay. Difficulty 3.
So how do we get hacked down? That's the
I've been thinking the same thing.
Oh, shit.
If you don't know what Reese has. Maybe Reese has something that could help. Or Tommy. Well, Tommy doesn't have much. Y'all already searched him. Yeah. Maybe Reese has something that can help Sean down.
Sturdy.
But Reese is currently being drugged into the darkness.
Away. Yeah. He's no use.
Yeah, I could catch him, I think, but
when I threw Tommy down, did he like wake up?
If you want him to wake up, I'll have him wake up.
Well, you're the GM.
I mean, I'm thinking you got some really neat idea here, but I'm gonna say no. If he's unconscious, he's not. He's out.
I never have great ideas. I just throw caution to the wind.
Let me just answer this as a GM who thinks he's already got y'all in enough shit. I don't want to make it worse for you right now. Yeah. I think you already got it hard enough as it is right now.
All right.
I already literally have one player at the gallows, so.
Yeah.
Literally hanging.
How sturdy is the tree that the branch mangler is hanging in?
Interesting idea. I'll say it's not as sturdy because they're not as heavy as humans are, right? But it's way up in that tree. But you're pretty good at climbing, Jeff. I mean, I think, ain't you?
I don't have that.
Oh no, you don't climb. But you get a good run and go at it, maybe. Maybe you can get up in there. But
how high is the branch mangler up?
I want to see dog.
Okay, so Jeff, you look up into the tree, and it looks like the branch mangler came down a little bit from the tree, and it's using his tongue or his tentacles like a noose, like lifting Sean up around a limb, choking the life out of him,
like a pulley.
Yeah. So he's down about 15 feet from the ground in the darkness.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, you guys could maybe work together.
The tree's
teamwork.
Not sturdy though.
Situation.
Oh, yeah. Are you trying to go up?
Well, either want to knock the tree down, or one of us needs to get up there.
Okay. All right.
Whose initiative was it? Oh yeah, Sean was trying not to die.
Sean was trying not to die.
Oh, Sean took. Okay, Sean failed. Since you didn't roll a 1, Sean, I'm gonna say that you're still in the tree. You're still in the branch you're supposed to be on.
Okay.
But you take 3 damage. As he's choking you, but you're still holding on to that tree branch for dear life. I'll take 3 more mind damage, and you're down to 6 now. Nice.
Yeah.
Not looking too good there, Sean. All right, don't worry. There's things you can make recovery rolls. Don't worry. All right. So that's what Sean did as might defense. Now it's Paige, and then of course Stray y'all can work together here if y'all wanted to do something.
Okay, I do, but I don't know if I can, out of character, because so I have this ability where I can push things, but it says that it has to be my size or smaller. That's fine, I get it, but it can't be affixed to anything. It must be within short range. The push is quick, and the force is too crude to be manipulated. I'm not sure what that bit of it means. It says, for example, I can't use it to flip a switch or close a door. So I assume based on those restrictions, I couldn't push up I don't know. I was either thinking I could push Mac's hack down more so we could reach him and grab him, or I could push the dog up the tree,
Could you push the mangler out of the tree?
or that. But I don't know.
Well, that might actually just lift Sean off the ground. Yeah, it's very possible, but Sean might violently fall to the ground if you did that. Another option is to break the branch that his tongue is wrapped around.
See, I don't know. I assume because I can't close a door with it. I don't think it's strong enough to.
Yeah. Well, no, I think what it means. Oh, it says you can't close a door with it. It says you can't hit a switch.
I know. Like that's why I don't understand. Like, how is it useful?
You know what? You spend your 2 intellect, and if you want to try to break that branch, you go right ahead.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try it. That's what I'm gonna do. So
essentially, you're pushing the branch until it snaps.
Okay.
Like it was a person.
I guess I just. Oh, I see.
Okay, so but I'm gonna say there's a roll in this. Nice.
Oh my God.
Okay, so what happens is you try to aim it. Sean, make a might defense roll to see if you manage to hold on. I'll say it's difficulty 2.
Not good.
And she accidentally hits you with the difficulty 2. Okay, you just barely made it. So what happened was, is she meant to push with her mind up to the branch, and she caught you in the blast. And you feel yourself almost get pulled off the limb. But thank goodness you don't come off the limb.
I'm sorry.
All right. Maxwell, what do you do, man?
I should have just pushed you up the tree. Like, that was plan A.
How long is this like tongue that is attached to me?
Long. Like, at this point, like 20 feet.
Okay, so if I start yanking on this thing, is there a chance?
Yeah, if you pull against it, you might could pull him out of the branches he's in. Yeah. Okay. You have the upper hand. Yeah.
He hits the ground before me, or hits the ground and I wouldn't. So, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could pull him off and throw him over if you did amazing.
Because if he's on the ground, that would have, we could kill him.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking.
And he might let go of you if you pull it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, so I'll say it's a bit higher difficulty. I mean, because it's a full size object, and you're not just trying to break free; you're trying to lift him. So I'll say difficulty 4.
Ooh.
And it's just might.
Yeah, might. If you have anything like lifting or anything, that would apply, but I don't think you do.
I do not.
You can spend effort with your whopping 6 might. And remember, you don't suffer any penalties for having low pulls until it hits 0. So.
Okay. So, how much?
It would cost you 2 if you spend effort on this.
Okay. So
because you have an edge of 1. Okay, so just roll an untrained roll in Fantasy Grounds with 1 asset. I already applied it. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay, there it is.
That did it. I said difficulty 4. Good job. Okay, so you tug it and you pull it, and the branch mangler like comes off the branch he's on, and he's in the air. Remember, there's like a lever, right? A branch is like a lever right now, and but you've got him in the air. I'm not gonna make you make another check to hold him there because you've proven in the narrative that you're stronger and you can lift this guy. You've got him wrangling around in the air. You feel his grip loosen around your neck. What do you do? If you let go, he'll fall to the ground.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, because your hands are basically cutting off circulation to his tentacle, and so he loosens around your neck. You let go, and he falls down to the earth below. All right.
Yes.
Sweet. Now, Stray, what you do? Your branch man. I love it how no one gives a fuck that Reese is getting dragged into the ditch. Stray, what happens? This guy's prone, so I will make it 1 difficulty lower, so it is now 2 instead of 3.
I'll attack him.
Very cool.
Let's see. Branch Mangler 2 or 3? He's 3, right?
Yes. Thank you. 2 is currently dragging off.
Ugh, I think I missed.
Yep, you miss. You dive in, and like he sees you coming just the last moment, and like
all
rolls.
on my butt, am I? No.
No, but you will be here very soon, and we'll start giving up more XP and trying to do more.
Well, I need to level myself up because
you got
I'm
4
XP.
XP.
And keep forgetting to do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you even until you hit tier 2, you won't gain any combat.
Yeah.
But you will it as soon as you hit tier 2. Yeah. So now it's Reese gets drugged even further into the darkness. Poor Reese. I just don't care about him at all. Poor guy. All right. One on the ground immediately leaps to his feet. You guys are all close to each other. He's going to dive in at Paige. So Paige, make a speed defense roll, difficulty 3.
Okay. Speed defense. Hey.
Nice. Okay. Sweet. So yeah, you dodge out of the way or raise your arms up and like block the tentacles or something. Keep these tentacle mouth maw from coming at you and dealing damage to you. What do you do now in response to that, Paige?
Should have thought this through some more. I'm just gonna punch it again. It's my only weapon, so I don't have any other things.
Yeah, you got your shiv, but it's about the same damage as
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will. Yeah, I'll just punch it. I take it. I don't get this +1 anymore, right?
No.
Yeah.
Not at the moment.
Okay.
No.
All right. Here we go. Yay!
That's enough. Hit. All right. So damage is 4, correct? It's a light weapon.
Yes, and
Okay, sweet.
It's number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm hitting. All right, cool. I think that worked. Maybe.
I'll do it.
I don't know if I did it
There
right.
we go.
Oh, this one.
Oh, I applied the wrong one.
thank
Whatever.
you.
I applied the wrong one. That's fine. All right.
Sorry.
No, it's no
I
problem.
dragged the wrong thing.
So Hack, you're in the tree still, unfortunately,
Okay.
and you have an inability of climbing. You gonna climb down the tree, or you're just gonna fall 20 feet down.
Yeah, just jump out of the tree. Say screw it.
If you say Geronimo before you do it, you'll be fine. That's how the world works.
Your roll, yeah. How many feet up am I? You said 10?
20 feet. No.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
No,
20 feet.
Climb down.
Okay.
I'm not 20 feet.
It's not a difficult tree to climb. So,
Okay.
difficulty 2. So, yeah. All right. You get down the tree. Very cool. All right, so you get down to the tree. There is one branch mangler left. You now see also the Reese screaming as his head is drugged finally completely into the darkness. And you look around and you see the branch mangler is facing off with our dog woman ally. Now it is Stray's turn. Stray, what do you do, buddy?
I run after Reese, where I saw him getting dragged to.
All right. Okay, sweet.
So I'm assuming running.
Yeah. So that's gonna be okay. So the way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna say that. All right. I'll set the level at the pace of the branch mangler as its difficulty. Okay. And he had a total of 3 rounds of dragging. So I will say that for every time you beat the difficulty by 2, you reduce the round of lead he has on you.
So is it cumulative? So if I beat it by 1 twice, does
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yep. We'll beat it by 2
I'm
twice.
Specialized. So that brings the difficulty down to what?
Well, he's difficulty 3 speed creature, so 3,
1.
and then
So yeah, we'll do that. We'll just do the regular roll.
Okay, so you beat it. So you got a 7, difficulty 3. So you've reduced it by 2. All you have to do is get a success next turn.
Now, right?
Yeah, you only have to get a success next turn, and you'll catch up.
Okay.
You'll catch up to him. All right. The one facing off against Trey and Maxwell. Okay, so this is actually a good point for this to happen. Okay, so it's about to leap in and attack you guys. When you hear a crack, like a loud boom, and the branch mangler gets hit in the head by something. You see like an explosion of like its carapace and shell and black goo, and as a shotgun blast went off. And there's probably a moment where you're like, what the fuck happened? And you look to the side, and you see someone coming this way with a shotgun. You can't tell much of their body and their like what they are yet. They're still a good ways away, but there's someone coming this way. And then, like out of the darkness, you see more behind him. Or behind, it looks like it has a male gait, and stuff. That triangle body that men have and stuff when they work out and stuff. But, anyways, it looks like they're heavily armored.
Okay.
All right. So that one is gone. All right. So, Jeff, so Paige, what do you do? There's someone coming to y'all, wielding a shotgun, and just blew the branch mangler's head off.
I'm gonna flag them down and be like, "Help! There's weird, creepy things attacking us."
All right. Do you go towards it, or do you stay where you are while shouting at it?
I just stay where I am while I shout, "Come help us."
All right. Then I will hack. What do you do?
I'm looking around for my knife.
Okay.
It should be somewhere at the base of the tree.
Right. But Sean, I'm gonna make you make a intellect check to look for it.
Okay.
All right. I'll say it's a difficulty 2. And sorry, Paige. The only reason why I haven't talked to you yet about what he does is because you don't see. He doesn't seem to do anything different than what he's doing. He's still coming towards you, and he doesn't say anything. So.
All right. Right on.
Okay, sweet. So you after a little bit of scrounging, Sean, you do find the knife.
Okay.
But by the time you do find it, they're close and they're here. Okay. So Jeff, real quickly before we have that scene happen, Jeff, I want you to see if you can catch this branch mangler.
Okay.
Very
Pretty
cool.
sure I caught it.
Sweet. Yeah, so you know what? As good as you did, I'm gonna say that what was your goal when you got there?
I want to get the branch mangler and.
You want toe to toe with the branch mangler? Do you want to bite the tentacle off? What?
We'll bite the. Well, actually, biting the tentacle off sounds like a good.
Yeah. So you leap in. Option. I'll say that if your only goal is to bite the tentacle and like rip it free from Reese, then you jump in, catch up, and rip it.
Okay.
And so Reese is now with you guys, or at least Reese is now away from the branch mangler. It seems to be trying to run off into the darkness because it's outnumbered by you and Reese. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Then do you follow suit, or just?
I just run back towards the other party members. Reese can try to catch up.
Your
if
dog,
he can.
yeah. It's like you can help him up.
He better hurry if he don't want to get lost.
Yeah, nice. He's like, "What? You gonna leave me? You save me and then leave me?" And then he's like stumbling up to his feet and running as best he can. All right, so that's happening while you guys are being confronted. Okay, so Paige and Hack, both of you are being approached, and this figure, as the darkness kind of like gives way to enough light that you can see his face, you see that his eyes are glowing red, like brilliantly glowing red, and you see that it's some kind of technologically advanced eyes. Like there's a technological glow, like a neon glow to them. And then you see that it's a zombie soldier with most of his head, think like Cyborg from Justice League, but instead of the parts that look human, they're zombie. And his body is like really Cyborg. And all of them are this way to some degree. Some are more zombie, some are more metal, more robo. They're robo-zombies, robo-zombie soldiers. and they're all wielding like military gear. And
They are not here to help.
he lowers his shotgun, and he doesn't say anything. He just kind of stands there from a distance away. And he starts to open his mouth and say something. But then you see his lips just kind of quiver, and then he closes his mouth again. And then he's in this perfect rest. And perfectly still. Hack, you would think that he's being programmed to stand this way. Because they all stand the exact same way. The exact same posture. You know that because you're a tech guy. And so they just kind of stand in front of you guys, weapons lowered, all in formation. And there's a few seconds there where you guys can interact with them in some way. What do you guys like say in response to this? Or do?
I keep my knife out, and it's like, we appreciate the help. Who, if you don't mind, who are you?
We are military assets. Of a classified purpose.
Oh, they're just strolling through.
What is your business here? Attention was brought on you. There's something very RoboCop about this scene.
Right, yeah.
Like in the way they're talking, the way they're acting.
I got nothing. I don't know.
And then he starts to raise his gun up to target you. And he says, "Action suspicious."
I'm like, we were just.
But he's still got it at this point.
We got
like,
attacked by those creepy tentacle things.
What is your purpose here?
We're just having a good time, man. We took a feather. Don't you take feathers for a good time?
You're going to make a deception check. And you're going to make a damn good one against these robo people.
Okay.
All right, so
well, it'd be untrained.
I'll say it's a difficulty 5.
Okay.
Not because they're, but like you wouldn't be surprised if they had like technological sensors that could pick up things like heartbeat and like sweat and things like that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like be in character. That's
right,
how I
right.
reply.
Yeah.
Okay.
So make a deception check. I would say it's intellect task. If you don't have the skill, then just roll untrained intellect.
Okay. Untrained.
I said difficulty 5. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. So he lowers his gun again, and he says, "This place is deemed unsafe."
All right, man. We'll just keep on keeping on.
So I ask, I'm like, have you come across any other danger? Have you seen anybody else in this area?
Good question.
What's interesting, Sean, is that like he looks at you and he's processing your question, but before you get a chance to finish the end of the words, you see there's a light on his head that goes from green to blue, and then you hear another voice come out of his mouth and says, "We are here on official corporation business," and it's not his voice, and we're curious as to why you are here. I don't want... He says, "I shouldn't have to explain to you that we're not the one in position." He says, I'm trying to figure out how I say it as a GM. That's not him stumbling. That's me as a GM. He says, "You're in a bad situation here." He says, "I've got a paramilitary grade hit squad right here, right now, on a mission, and we find you stumbling away in a black feather."
Having a good time, man.
And you hear like a cold silence on the other end. He says that might have worked on my robo, but it won't work on
Can
me.
I make a social interaction check and see if they're buying that?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so that will be a difficulty. Okay, I'll say 5 is enough. All right. He says, if you're just strolling around in a black feather, you got a weird sense of what's fun. But look, this place is really dangerous.
Okay.
And I don't know how you got a hold of this feather, but you need to get the hell out. This is probably one of the most dangerous places you could be, my friends.
Yeah. Yeah, we just
Do I show up in the middle of this
actually, Jeff, that's the perfect time for you to show up, Jeff. Sure. And you're coming out from one of the flanks, too. Jeff, do you want to make a stealth check? Or do you want to just kind of walk up?
Well, I mean, what's the posturing here?
They're perfectly in formation. Yeah, we need a speaker. Our speaker isn't here right now, Eric, unfortunately. They're postured like an at ease posture. Weapons down, the all exact same position.
But their weapons are down, and
they're still on their hands, but they're down. Yes.
Page and Hack are.
Yeah.
Are they tense? Are you guys tense, or are you guys kind of?
Nah, I'm just trying to laugh it off, wave it off.
Okay.
Then I'd probably just stroll up.
Okay.
Tongue hang out of my head like I'm huffing and puffing because we just got finished.
So 5 of so there's 5 zombies soldiers. The 2 that are on Jeff's side turn their heads freakishly far on a swivel, like a turret, and look at you, Jeff, and watch you as you approach. But they stay in their position. All right, Sean, what's that web of bullshit you're going to spend to him to try to convince him? Because you succeeded the check.
I just wanted to see if they were buying this whole
the thing you already said. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's buying it. He thinks you're idiots if you just find a thrill going into black feathers just to see what's inside.
Yeah.
But he thinks you're an effing idiot if you just wander around this black feather. Let's see what this black feather does.
No. We'll let him believe that.
Yeah. It's a hard argument to make, though, right? Because this feather only opens every 20 years.
Right.
So if you showed up,
you
knew something.
That?
Well, no, he knows that.
Right, so, but
yeah.
my case is
yeah. Well, yeah, he says that. So he says so you don't just stumble around and take a stroll through just any random old black feather when this one's locked down every 20 years.
Man, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This ain't the kind of feather you pick up
feathers,
behind a Vurt
yellow
you want.
Feathers. I just wanted to try it out and see what it was like.
Well.
Yeah, we kind of took it on a dare.
Yeah. That's a good point what Eric says. You could use that. He says, well, whatever you do, don't get in the way of our mission. I don't care whether you live or die while you're here. The only reason why we came to help you is because y'all brought a lot of noise on you. And it was better for us to end this noise. Something is wandering around making this place go dark. Sucking all the color out of this place. And if it's what we think it is, then you're bringing a whole lot of attention because you're colorful. There's color all over you, just like there's color on us. Not good for you.
Well, we'll be quieter.
I hope you do. Stay away from the garden, the sanctuary. You'll know it when you see it. If we find you anywhere near that unicorn, that's our mission. We will eliminate you.
Unicorn? What unicorn? Okay, I'm done. Bullshit these people. All right. I agree. All right. Yeah. We'll just...
Yeah. It's like, no, it's cool.
You better
No
hope like
worries.
Alton isn't in the same garden as the unicorn.
I know. I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, shit. He's probably going to be like right where these guys are, and then we're going to have to fight off.
Do you want to ask him again if they've seen anybody? Because that was when he was switching control from the corporate wage slave that's like currently mic'd in. You know.
Oh yeah. You should do that because they like you or something. Because I look like an idiot.
Have you seen anybody else besides us out here?
Yeah. Well, we didn't see anyone else. We found more of these dead things. Stripped of the carapace, though. And, looked like it had been gutted a little bit. Had some tracks leading away. About 2 miles up. You want to check it out.
Okay. We'll take a look. Thanks for the help.
And then you see the mic, the little light that switched to blue, switches back to green.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the zombies turn at the exact same time and start marching back down the road.
Okay. Okay.
So does Reese stroll up?
Yeah, he's probably like behind you, and he's like
just catches up.
Yeah, he's huffing and puffing. He's like, and then as they walk away, and then he's just kind of standing behind you, beside you, catching up his breath. He says, "You were just gonna let me get drug away, weren't you?" To all of you.
No, we sent the dog after you.
Yeah.
He Jeff, if you're standing beside him still, he reaches down and touches your head, and like pets your head. Do you react in any kind of way?
Not in a bad. I mean, I'm just like.
He pets your head, and then he says, "Yeah, I think the dog did it of his own accord."
I looked up at it, but just like barked, like not a bad bark, but like just a kind of a.
So when you bark up at him, and then he pets underneath your neck there. That nice spot dog.
So I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was also getting strangled."
That's funny. Yeah, it all happened in split seconds. So Reese may not have even seen you get strangled. You know, it just all happened like that. So
yeah.
All right. Very cool.
And then I had to deal with those guys. So.
All right. So what's next, guys?
Okay. So I'm like, I think we need to head out in that direction. Where they said the
further up the road, about 2 miles.
Yeah, the 2 miles up the road where more of these things have been sort of cut up.
All right, cool.
I agree. But unfortunately I actually have to step away. I have no idea how long I have to step away for. But my baby woke up and my husband can't get him to go back to sleep.
That's fine. Okay, 10-4.
I'm so
life.
sorry.
Yeah, that's babies for you. Okay.
Almost happened to me.
Maybe I'll make it back. I don't know. Should I just?
You can.
I don't know.
You can always rejoin the call. It's no big deal.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. I'm really sorry, but I'll try to come back as fast as possible.
All right. Cool. All right. That's fine. Okay.
The only thing that's going to suck is we've got to like carry Tommy or figure out something to do with him.
You can carry Tom. Yeah, Tommy's still unconscious. Yeah.
Carrying him 2 miles is going to suck.
Yeah. It will suck. Yes.
I mean, you could make like a little dog sled to put him on, and I could drag him.
Yeah. I wonder how long he's going to be out, though.
But the truth is, that amount of time is like we are timed in here. Like,
we're what?
We are timed in here. Like we only have a window.
Well, it's a pretty good window, but yeah, you do have a window.
Yeah, but I don't want to hang out in here for like a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, then again, my character may not know that unless she was specifically told me because, I'm a dog. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, I pick up on things here and there. So
Yeah.
it's like, I probably don't know that you guys are planning on feeding, you guys were planning on maybe betraying Reese.
Well, yeah. So we've
And I
got
also probably don't know the details about wanting to get a unicorn horn either. So I'm kind of curious how the dog would feel about that.
yeah.
Interesting. I didn't even consider that. That's neat.
So I'm thinking between the three of us, it sucks walking this guy around, but we could theoretically.
If we tie him up, we can make him walk if he wakes up.
Yeah, I just don't know if we have a bunch of stuff to tie him up with.
Well, we've got a tentacle that I ripped off of Reese.
Yeah.
I mean, they seem pretty sturdy at the time.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty sturdy.
Not to mention the couple that we killed have plenty of them.
Yeah, there's like illithid-like tentacles. Yeah.
This is gonna look like
They probably just stored them in there like intestines, like in this long, like tape measure, like little system.
Yeah. Well, I mean, between the three of us, we can probably figure out something as far as moving him. Like one person grabs his feet, and the other two people grab a hand and just start walking.
Sean, I'm sure you can carry this guy over your shoulder.
Okay. I mean, you can. There's ways to do it.
Yeah. Do you want to spend your action though, Sean, to use a recovery roll?
Yes.
Okay.
How
What
do
you'll do is you'll take roll that dice symbol under recovery, and then check mark. Well, I'll do the check mark. There you go. So 10 minutes will be what you need next time to rest. But you can also spend the 10 minutes and rest again if you want to. But just go ahead and roll that dice and see what you get. Yeah, so you might roll terrible
it's a D6
like that.
Plus 1.
Yeah, a D6 plus 1 normally, but he got a plus 2 from something else. I don't remember what that. What's that other plus 2 from? Plus 1 from?
I have no idea.
I mean,
did you have a plus 1 in the modifier bar down there for some reason?
No, nothing in the modifier.
Okay, well, whatever, I'll give it to you.
Okay, so we're at 7, might.
Yeah, if you want to put it in might, sure.
Okay.
You should be at 4, unless you spent intellect. You should be at 14 intellect.
Yeah, I don't know where that.
You probably just forgot to raise it when I told everybody they were at full.
Yeah. And then, can I do another 10 minutes?
Yeah, sure. If y'all are waiting around 10 minutes, sure.
Okay. Because I probably want a little more than 7.
Yeah, sure. Roll it. Look at there.
I don't know where that plus 2 is coming from, but
That's fine. We'll figure it out later. All right, so that gets you 7 more, so you can cap out your max and your speed. Full. There you go. And so, like I said, you're not really wounded or injured until full gets to 0,
Okay.
and then you're what's called impaired. So,
okay.
yeah. So you just took a beating, Your neck
Right.
feels a little hurt, because some stretched around it, but you're all right, So, all right, so you guys head down the road, and after Sean takes his little breather, and that little breather gave y'all enough time for the robo-zombie cops to get away from you, basically. And and so you guys head down the road, and you see this carcass of this branch mangler off the side of the road. Its carapace ripped open, the meat taken from its body. At least the good bits. It looks like the internal organs have mostly been kept, but it looks like it's ripped. Someone's ripped the meat out of the carapace, at least in parts where it had to rip it. Other parts, it looked like it was a clean cutout. Like someone was basically just leaving the hide here and the guts and was taking the meat.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like someone could have left tracks, is what I'll say, if you want to try to follow these said tracks.
Yes.
Or find them, see if you follow them.
How's the sense of smell in here around here? Could I track it by that?
Yeah, you got a sense of smell for sure. Yeah, you can use heightened senses to track it. I'll say it's difficulty 3, so it's not hard. Not super hard. So look at that, nice. Okay, so as a minor effect, we'll say that you track it so well that you can keep a good pace and still track it. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that worked for me.
Like a really good pace. Like you can get there faster. And so we'll say that in 1 hour, you find this cave. And as you're approaching this cave, you see this cave off in the distance. And you see light coming from this cave. A brilliant red flame. Or at least the flickering, of it bouncing off the cave wall. And you hear something moving around the darkness out here. Like something is out here with you. Hunting. It sounds like a war band or something moving. Its feet hitting the earth. Multiple people. And then when you start hearing it, whoever's in the cave heard it. Because they immediately snuff out the fire. What do you guys do? You're not alone out here in this wilderness. What do you do?
Shit.
I start approaching the cave.
All right, you can stay on your approach to the cave. John?
Shit. I do the same. Like I keep my hand in my sweat with my knife, but
Right.
I just kind of walk up, like just friendly neighborhood guy coming over here to chat.
Right. Okay, so you get to the cave. Do you stealth up at all? Do y'all be quiet as you approach?
Yeah, I'm trying to be quiet because if there's anything else in the area,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to be quiet too.
Okay, so I want you guys to make a speed roll then. I'll say the difficulty to be quiet is let me look at those bad guys. 1 second. Let me look at those bad guys and see what they Okay, so for these things not to hear you at your distance away. Now you get this distinct feeling that these things are near you. Whatever's out here in this wilderness.
Like, do we think they saw us?
You don't think they saw you. Like, they're not coming towards you, the footsteps. But what I'm saying is that the difficulty will be equal to its level. So it'll be difficulty 4.
God
Speed
damn.
roll.
Oh, what's the smell? Like, what does it smell like?
Ooh. It smells like burnt trees and ash. Yeah.
Weird. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
try to be sneaky, but
You succeed. What about Sean? What about Hack? You're gonna be quiet. You got to roll a difficulty 4.
Yeah, I'm kind of actually just walking behind the dog.
Yep. You're hoping the dog can help you? Is that what you're asking me?
Well, yeah, I'm just kind of following behind.
I'll say he gives you a +1. How about that?
Okay.
Which isn't a whole lot. You may want to spend speed effort on this.
Okay.
I mean, you can do what you want, but if you fail, it could
could be bad. Yeah.
Well, I don't actually have stealth.
Yeah, that's right. It would just be untrained, but you get
That's what
you roll at a +1. No, you'll add a real +1 instead of an asset. There you go.
Okay.
So, but I would consider using effort if I was you.
Yeah,
I
will.
Yeah. All right, so add a asset back in there, and hold on. Oh, yeah, there you go. Sweet. Roll that.
Awesome.
Ooh, my goodness, right? Okay, so minor effect. Not only do y'all speed away or like stealth away as this sound is around you, you believe that you got a glimpse of whatever these creatures are, Sean. while you were speeding away. I'm giving it to you as a minor effect. These things look like... We just played Ravenloft, so I'm going to use this as a reference point.
Okay.
Remember the twig blights?
Yes.
Like kind of like tree bark people?
Mm-hmm.
These are taller than humans, made of bark, but instead they have this black smoke almost all around them, enveloping them. And the bark appears to be burnt, and their eyes are deep black. But they are without color.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So wait, was the light coming from inside this cave colored
No.
red?
It was colored red. Yes. So yes, it was colored. Yes, colored red.
Okay.
But then it was put out.
Of course, not
Yeah.
that I would have noticed that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. So we've definitively proven that, by the way. Dogs don't see colors. We know that for sure.
I don't know.
I've heard that,
don't
but
know.
I don't know how true that is or not.
Yeah. Well, if Robin was here, she could tell us, but she seemed to know that. So you guys approach the cave, and you go inside, and you said you're being stealthy. Are you trying not to be heard at all, or just not to sound like these creatures?
Probably that second one. I don't want to
Startle whatever it is and get attacked?
Yeah, I don't want to give anybody the impression that we're trying to attack them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So so as you get in, you kind of just like change your step from like light, like trying not to be heard, to like I'm gonna softly step,
Right.
hoping he'll hear you. Okay. So by the time you arrive, you see an individual over in the corner with a carapace. It looks like some kind of carapace armor made, and it's kind of resting up against the wall beside him. And you see a man covered in like torn rags and like animal hide. And best reference point. It's more like a humanoid robo, like extremely humanoid. If there's any human to him, it's very... You don't see it, obviously. He mostly looks robo. But his face and everything is very humanoid. Kind of think like the robo people from Destiny. Kind of like them, if you ever seen those. But they have faces and stuff that move, and eyes and things, and they have expressions like humans, but it's all like metal and stuff in there. And but he's wearing like animal hides and stuff. You imagine that he's got some, human nature because he's getting cold, from the weather and stuff. So he's got hides and clothing. He at least has a sense of shame because he wears clothes. And and he's over here by this fire, or at least the remnants of this fire that he's put out with dirt. And he has his hand to his side, and you see that there is a bow and arrow, and he's got his hand out on the bow and arrow, tight grip on the bow. And you don't see an arrow. You imagine he's got something nearby, and he's just got his hand on it to pick it up when you come around the corner. And you hear this like very calm voice say, "Did they hear you?" And then we're going to call it a night right there. Okay. So, yeah, it feels right since not everybody's here. If Jeremy and stuff do make it in the next game, then I'll have them do something in the Vurt world. I'll have them do something. Sorry, not in the Vurt world, something in the real world. Something going on they have to take care of, maybe with like Parker or something.
Well, I have a question. If they were to find us, would they see the feather there?
Yeah, the feather exists in that world. It's in Paige's mouth. You don't have to look that up. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to figure that out. Maybe they could take it, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Could they just take it? I have no clue. Probably. I'll find out. I'll find out before the next game. So we appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you so much for watching us. We really enjoy playing this. I especially love the story in this game more than anything. It's a wonderful setting. Weird as fuck sometimes, but definitely a unique setting. But thank you everyone for watching. We're going to sign off. We're finishing up a little early. We normally play till about 11 o'clock. And once again, I'll say, once again, I don't do call-outs enough. Check out Fantasy Grounds College. They're the wonderful people that teach us how to use Fantasy Grounds. I'm affiliated with them. Please consider checking them out. You can find the link by, I should do shout-outs more often. Fantasy Grounds College, wonderful folks there. Sean, if you ever want to learn more about Fantasy Grounds, Jeff, they're great folks over there. Yeah, check them out. Also, special shout-out to Money Cook Games and Raven Dust Games for hosting this. We love it. And, man, just thank you for everyone for helping us and being a part of this. So we're going to sign off. And, all right, so we'll see y'all all next week. Of course, we may have a full batch of people next week, hopefully. So I hope so much that Eddie can figure out his connection issues. So, all right. Okay. Later, everyone. Bye.